Final term, Fisher and Miller. Miller gets it down to nobody in particular. Falls back towards Edwards. Love it. Through the middle. They get the Belmont Lions. Go forward through Atkinson. Out wide looking for Jeffrey. Bryant gets there in front. Handball back in board. Louisi. Can't take it with him. Punch back towards centre. The ground he does. Oh, good mark, Fisher.
He had to mark it. Look at it in the snout.
He was going to get hit and it's gone. Goes back in board. Dangerous.
Well
Miller
done.
did well to affect the spoil. Comes back towards Reynolds. He overruns it. Numbers with the Lions. If they can pick it up, they can. McCormack kick around the corner. Well, he saw out of the front, but he got it towards Parker. Popped him out. He wants to switch the play short. It's okay. Reynolds takes the mark. Double lateral. Goes out towards Fletcher. Over his head, though, running away with the breeze. And out of bounds for a throw-in. 60 out from the Belmont Lions goal. Will have a boundary throw-in.
What's double lateral?
The double lateral, that's when you kick laterally twice, mate. You go short and then you go across again. You learn something every day.
Need to know all these new terms,
The double lateral. The double
lateral. You'll be able to. Sounds like a gymnastic exercise.
Boundary throw-in, Hollands. Oh, gets it into the front of the contest. A clash of heads there, and one of the Belmont Lions boys hasn't ended up too well.
So Clark just come up. Looks as if he's a bit of a hobble too, Grubby.
Fully for him anyway.
Johnson lines there through the middle. Ball held in. The umpire will ball it up again. Still 40 out from the Belmont Lions goal. Southern end of the ground. Nearly a couple of minutes played in the final term. Ball up. Hollands gets it down to the back. Reynolds rides the tackle, goes with the right foot kick, puts it into the car park nearly. De Blasio's not going to get that, I don't think. It's out of bounds on the full. And the free kick, once the ball comes back, will go to Brad Van Ooy.
It is. That's why I've been looking for blokes to pot.
Jeez. Well, can you pot him? Because he kicked it out of bounds on the full, I think, has he? Or has he just kicked it in? Just landed in the field of play.
So ball about to come in. 50-metre arc at the back. It was Hunt doing the ruck work, middle of the ground, kick off the ground, Belmont Lions, back to inside forward 50, Matheson takes the mark, plays on quickly, handball to Swenderson, handball to Fletcher. Now they switch the play right across the ground. Parker takes the mark, runs on quickly. Don't know that he's got too much to kick to. The lead has come out there from Miller. Miller does well. Shea, does pretty well, except that he thought he was playing underage footy, I think. Came in right, accepts a handball, goes towards the forward pocket, and good mark. He goes towards the top of the goal square. That's where it's supposed to go. Oh, great mark. Coming in, almost cleaned up Briggy in his attempt. It looks like Hutchison, is it? Came in from the opposite direction. It is Rod Hutchison. Has 3 to his name already. He's 20 metres out, 45 degrees. And so far in the last quarter, in the fourth, score has been registered. So Hutchison now for the first score in the final quarter. No doubt where that's gone. Goal umpire hasn't moved too far except now to put 2 hands up. And that's goal number 4 for
Miller. Umpire throws the ball in the air.
Is that okay, Al?
Fisher gets it down. Oh, very good, yes. And handball out from right. Got it away quickly to Louisi. Goes out towards Briggy. And close to the boundary line, can't keep it in. The Brigman.
7. Bannockburn 2-4. Belpost Hill 14-14.
I won't be singing the song just yet, you blokes.
Andrew throw in. The Lions from defence go back towards the middle. Parker. He does well. Takes the foot kick long to the teeth. Briggy with the 6.
He's got it.
He was always going to mark that.
Yeah.
He was never going to drop that one.
He has put a couple down up there, but the funny thing is probably only 20% of the players in the league would mark the ones that he's dropped, but he's expected to.
So he comes in from the goal square, 2 metres out, puts his 8th on the board. So he has.
So in the middle, Miller again. He's absolutely dominated those centre bounces all day. Edwards Lovett picks it up for Belmont Lions, kicks it inside 50. There's all players ran over the top of it, and it's back to Belmont Lions are mucking about with it, having a pot shot at goal. Is it touched on the line?
No, I think it's a goal. It's a goal.
Was that Carroll?
Warman. Some of these blokes maybe to get a game next week.
So from the middle, again, Carroll gets it away to Hunt through the middle. McCormack goes towards full forward, but Fletcher again fills the hole.
God, he's been good, hasn't
He
he?
has been. Goes towards Jones. Takes a good mark under pressure at half back. It's the kick laterally. Still inside defensive 50. Taylor Reynolds. Just holding it up. Goes towards centre wing over the head of Jervis. Foot race now. Getting back there first, the Lions, but they lose the football in possession. And now they can break free. The Magpies handball back towards Jervis. Has to get through some traffic. Does so. Right foot kick. Long to the pocket. Podner coming out at pace. Should have taken the mark. Didn't. Off hands. The Lions. Can't take it with them though. Ball to Aloisi. 40, 30, 25. Right foot kick. Terrible off the boot. He'll say he tried to pass it. Belmont Lions under pressure. Harvey. Last line of defence for the Lions. Breaks free. Left foot kick to nobody in particular except Jones, who takes the mark at point in the centre square at half forward. He just tries to drill it short, and it's okay.
Gee, that was pretty rugged.
Yeah, I think he hurt himself going down too. No good remonstrating with him. He never hurt himself because of the contact. Because when he hit that.
So Louisi.
First half, probably. Way Podner, you called it on the call. Took. But he really worked hard to keep that ball in that forward line. So, you know, he wants a game next week, I'm sure of that.
So Danny Louisi, 30 out. That's going to run away from him, you know. Or is he going to keep it in? He does. Then he gets the short little kick. Oh,
now he
car
doesn't.
park. Jeez.
Terrible. Yeah.
So Atkinson from half-back goes towards centre wing, over the back of everybody there, and coming out Schwennerson does well. Reads it the better, gets through a couple, then his kicks under pressure, around the corner, might be okay, Van Creeken takes the mark. Wheel around on the left, go towards Hutchinson at half. He just about put the grave sign up there, he got that far pushed into the ground. And Hutchinson's got it, handballs it out. Van Creeken followed it up, left foot kick. Skim up, worm burner to the Briggy. He can't pick it up first attempt, needs some support. Surrounded by Lions, pack develops. 45 out from goal, and the umpire will come in and ball.
Tyler and Briggy was in the box seat from the ball up. Ball is taken by Belmont Lions. They clear it once again towards centre wing. Not a great kick back to Van Creeken on his own. Looks for a handball. Now he's called to play on. Runs into trouble and kicks an absolute shocker. Picked out the one player in between the North Geelong players, but the ball picked out of the crumb to Key. He's gone to Briggy. The opportunity here for goal number 10, Grubby. He's 45 metres out, 45-degree angle. It'll be a difficult kick with that bruise.
Well, will it?
Well, for most full
Who
forwards.
knows? He could do anything, this bloke. He could do anything.
So Briggy now. Good approach. He's probably done this at training a million times. I'll tell you what, he's done
Never
it on
gonna
Saturday
miss.
as well. Never looked like missing, did it? So it's
How difficult?
goal number...
Half, but I tell you what, he probably could have.
They've had enough footy up there for that.
Oh, have they ever?
Hollands, big punch out, and as far as DG Alamo, gets it over the top. On centre wing, Jeffrey. Should have kicked the footy, went back into trouble. Now they're in trouble at the back. Sexton comes at it, he leaves it behind. Van Creeken hunts the footy. Hollands, seriously, you can't pay that as a free kick, can you?
What for?
I don't know.
Reckons
That's
he
just
grabbed him by
ridiculous.
the leg, but I'm sure I didn't see it.
Sexton's got the free kick. Centre wing, goes short. Bogan taking the mark. Ash Bogan goes towards centre half forward. Fisher, the big fella, puts the arms up. Should have taken the mark. Watts at the back. Reynolds there as well. Breaks free. Left foot kick. Back to whence it came. Sexton raffles it with Bogan. Sexton wins the raffle. Takes the mark on centre wing. He goes short over the top towards Hunt. Plucks the mark. Takes it. True centre wing right in front of our commentary position. Goes along the line. 3-on-1. Matho gets back there. Got a hand to it. Reynolds in there fighting. Nothing happening there. Ball up. Fisher and Hollands. Fisher gets it down. Ball in dispute again.
This far up, this deep into the game.
So ball up. Falls towards Hutchinson. He's wrapped up. Not going anywhere. Fisher gets it down. Parker. Gets the kick out. He saw Fletcher out of the corner of his eye there and kicked it out to him as well. He might be able to run onto it. He can. Defensive 50. Takes a bounce. Draws a player, chips it over the top. Louisi takes the mark. Handball back inboard to Fletcher. Great handball, great follow-up. He wants somebody to come at him. He goes towards Podner. He comes out on a lead. Should have taken it, didn't. And now the Lions can break free, go back.
Oh, he whacked him. Oh, it's on.
So Hollands has still got it in the middle. Handballs it up to Reynolds. He can't take it with him. He still needs some support. He still can't pick it up. Now he gets some support to Blasio. Get the cans on them and see what's happening down there.
Yeah,
So
the umpire's blown the whistle.
Yeah.
He's given a free kick to Podner, I think.
No, he's gone the other way.
Isn't it? No, well, the retaliator always gets caught, but I think he started it, and then the other bloke give him a couple to go on with, and serves him bloody right.
So North Geelong have got the ball from half back to centre wing anyway, so it hasn't really cost him in the end. Louisi gets it inboard to right. His handball back to Louisi. His handball back towards Key. He can go towards Jones laterally. Takes the mark on centre wing. Got Parker on his outboard. Kick it to him for God's sake. He does now. He's got it. Handballs it inboard to Key. Left foot kick. He's a good finisher normally.
Oh, it's going to come around.
There you go.
What a beautiful
That's all you
kick.
need to do. And I think...
Great passage of play there, and adhered to the coach's rules as Hollands gets to tap it down once again. In fact, it was Miller back in the ruck. Ball, eventually the clearance looked like coming to Belmont Lions, but that man again, Reynolds, handball to de Blasio, chips it towards full forward. Where's Briggy? Can't side him. He's come forward, and the ball is over the boundary line, 5 metres from the behind post, deep in the attacking area for North Geelong once again. As we approach 22 minutes, and it is the sign of a good side, as Grubby's just mentioned. When they get a side down and they go right on with the job, and what is it, 6 goals to 1 in this final quarter so far, has Miller probably beaten on that occasion. Gee, that was lucky. The ball cleared by the Belmont Lions, but only into the arms of Reynolds, sitting back on the wing. Chips it inboard to Jervis. Jervis, thought about going on. Maybe he could have been 50 there. The big fella coming in from behind. But Fletcher going. He's run all day, Fletcher.
Yeah, he's been great.
There's a mark dropped in defence, and they can't afford to do that. Belmont Lions against sides like this has...
No, he had no prior. None at all.
So Podner, perhaps...
Yes, he did.
Don't you like him?
No, he did. He spun around.
He got the ball, they went bang.
Holding the ball.
So the
No
ball
way.
back
No
in the
way.
middle in the meantime. Swennerson.
You know,
Handball
some sleep.
over the top. Jervis. Over the top. Reynolds is running. Reynolds now kicks the ball to the full forward.
Oh, here he is again.
There it is. Briggy. He's beat 2. He's He's kicked it 5 metres off the side of the boot. Oh, there's a terrible kick by the line.
Oh, look at Briggy too. Trying to get over there first.
He sprinted 60 metres in 3 seconds. And I tell you what, I reckon he was nearer.
I think he was too, actually.
So Jones now.
He better kick the goal. He has, you know.
Kept it.
Oh,
No, he hasn't.
It's
Missed.
too short. So Jones gets that 24-9, 1-5-3. North Geelong, 8-5-53. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki, final quarter scoreboard. 23 and a half minutes gone.
Bogan from full back with the kick in. Goes short into the pocket. They play on. Spinks along the line towards Hunt. Under pressure. Breaks some tackles at half back. Short little kick towards centre wing. Watts, good tackle.
good tackle.
Jeffrey. Now off a step.
No one home.
No, there you go. So that's what happens when you play up the ground. Matho's got an absolute paddock, and he kicks it to Schweno laterally. He can go to Reynolds. There's the double lateral. Thanks, Grubby.
The double lateral.
The double lateral.
Forward half back somersault.
Then he goes towards centre wing, Miller, and he takes the mark uncontested. De Blasio gives him a lead. He kicks around the corner, the big fella. Tries to keep it in, can't do so. And will be a boundary thrown in between wing and half forward. Here he comes. Look at him, eh? Tight ass scratcher. There they are.
I knew he'd get him. You beauty, scratcher.
Yeah. There's a couple $100. Good
Well
luck,
beauty. Well done, son.
We had to pay a couple of players tonight, Scratch. Good work. So boundary throw in. Came back in short towards Eels. And it's out of bounds again. So we'll have another throw in. Wing on the outer side, centre wing. 25 minutes played. 24-9, 1-5-3 North Geelong. The Belmont Lions 8-5-53. 100 of the difference.
Hollands gets a tap forward for North from the throw in. Belmont Lions at the drop of the footy. Long kick towards half forward. Mark not taken at the back by Swennerson, but they've caused a turnover as the handball comes to Fletcher again. Watts, well, now what's going to happen here?
Paid the mark.
Paid the mark.
Now to who?
Goodness
Brady
me.
Watts.
Which one?
I thought they both probably had a little bit of it, but Watts now goes long out wide. That's Jervy's out there, takes the mark, chips it over the top. Not too sure who that's to. Briggy was leading that way, wins it, gets around far too easily. He chips it inboard. That's good, intelligent play, and most unselfish, because when you've got 10, you could think, well, I should kick 11. But Blake Miller had made perfect position directly in front of goal, 30 metres out, and Paul Briggy picked him out perfectly. And Grubby, I just think the whole team, it's all coming together at the moment for North, and
really
Doggy
is.
Ryan certainly insisting that they keep working. Blake Miller's gone back 45 metres for this kick.
Well, someone did that earlier and still ran a step too close to the man on the mark. So let's just hope he doesn't do that. But he's kicked enough goals in his time to know that's one of the things you don't do.
So Miller now moves in. It was a good-looking approach. He's
missed it, though.
Missed it to the right, so a bit unfortunate. 20.
Just top it up, wouldn't you? 100 points down. Goes long, outside 50. Reynolds again defensively, does well. De Blasio, beautiful work between the legs with the ball. Goes back towards Jervis, who goes up, can't take the mark. Roved okay by Key, handballs it back towards Watts, off a standing start, chips the ball to Parker. At half forward, can run in, 55 out, go with a right foot kick, high. Where's Briggy? Doesn't matter, there's Podner. Takes the mark in the right forward pocket on the boundary line.
Where's Briggy now?
He's lurking, don't worry, he's lurking. Podner. About 15 metres out, wants the banana. Briggy at training showed him how to do that. Hasn't done it quite as well, though. So 3 for 1.
Hasn't been their worst player by the same token. He's
nearly. Because there's so many good ones all over the ground.
Probably a good point. From the
Not
kick in.
bad, you know.
Reynolds marked the kick in. Kick back into the corridor to Swennerson. Not such a good kick from him. Key, little handball. They're mucking about now down there north. There's a little chip pass from Reynolds is intercepted. And now they've turned it over as Belmont Lions go towards centre wing to nobody. I think they've kicked it to somebody in the bay. And it's out of bounds on the full by a fair margin. And I'll tell you, so the ball... Oh, that wasn't a good kick from Swennerson, and it's intercepted. And slowing the game down, Belmont Lions. That's unusual. As towards half forward, the big fellow in Fisher can't take the mark at ground level. Luigi gets it to right a handball to Jarvis. Jarvis right across the ground to Jones. Jones will need to get hold of the footy. He can't. It's over the boundary line. And just a lot of those kicks when they're opening the game out, Grubby, they seem to go over the head and they don't seem to be able to catch them.
No, they don't. They just sort of, especially this time when they run out of steam. But it's been happening all day, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. So the ball thrown in. Picked up there, Di Girolamo. He dispossessed. Now it stacks on the mill.
Who?
Whatever it
Sebastian.
That's the worst effort for the day.
Did pretty well.
That's worse than my Nathan Murray Edwards. Love it.
Well, they've forgotten to find the footy here. Come on, Brad, throw it up in the air, get the game
He hasn't
going.
got the ball. They won't give it back to him.
Stay strong! Don't be worried like that!
So, interesting comment from the coach. Has the ball now. It's under a heap of players again. He's picked one out this time.
Yeah.
And it has gone to Carroll. 29, almost 30 minutes gone. 8-5 Belmont. Trail North 24-11.
Kick in towards half forward. Matho gets back there. Can't take the mark. Matheson falls into his arms, though, and he handballs it away to Reynolds. Had 40 kicks today, Taylor Reynolds, I'll tell you.
Fantastic.
Jervis kicks it over the top to Jones. Sets him the task. Never going to go there. So, Pegg.
He's made a few blues,
Yes.
Jervis.
Yes, Pegg takes the mark on centre wing. I think they're holding up for the win here. I just think they're going to play it around. Just kick it around for the win. Pegg goes towards half forward. Right, good play at the back. Parker. Right comes in to help out again.
I think it's
Over the
more about
shoulder.
percentage.
North Geelong percentage
Yeah.
holding it there, so they're only 29.4, not 29.2.
So they don't kick another 3 goals on them, yeah.
Now Jervis gets it again, takes a bounce in the middle, goes to the right foot, brings rain, goes towards half forward. De Blasio, bit of work to do there, up against a couple. At the front, Van Ooy, handball out to the front, it's okay. And they run free through Marks, goes towards our forward. Schwennerson, Reynolds, Fisher, the big fella, wrapped up by 3, not going anywhere. And held to
It actually does, doesn't it?
And there's the siren for full time. And North Geelong 24-11, 155 have defeated the Belmont Lions 8-5-53 in that quarter. 1 straight goal to the Belmont Lions. And the Magpies 6 goals for to finish off with 102.
Here at Keith Barclay Oval, we've just seen a magnificent performance by the North Geelong side. I have with me Darren Doggy Ryan, the coach. Doggy, fantastic performance. Were you as coach happy?
Yeah, I was really happy, to be honest with you, mate. Probably obviously really disappointed with our third quarter efforts. I thought, that when they challenged us, we probably stood off a bit. But to their credit, the young boys stood up in the fourth quarter and come home, relatively pretty strong. So with a really good first half, I guess we'll become a little bit tired. We ran really hard, but probably third quarter really let ourselves down for the day.
We're interested to watch you on the bench. You weren't far from our broadcast position. Right till the very last siren, you were sending messages out. You were really pressuring the players to play to what will be a fairly new team pattern.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, we're going to be playing Belfast till next week, and you've got your Thompsons and your East Geelongs. If we're going to play against good quality sides and beat them, we need to perform for 4 quarters of football, not 2.5, not 3.5. You might be 60 points, 70 points up. You've got to make sure we're driving, keeping to our structures and so forth. So I'm pretty harsh on them, but I want these kids to be bloody good footballers. So, and to do that, you need to make sure you keep driving each quarter.
Can you see now that the start of coming to fruition, the development of your younger players that you've persevered with last year, they're now blossoming into really good senior players?
Oh, this club's got some really good cracking kids. Like Blake Miller, stands up and plays centre half forward. He's still eligible under 18s this year. Centre half forward to play in the ruck. I played him all last year as a developing centre half forward, and there's no doubt that cost us probably 1 or 2 games last year. But our hindsight was to make sure that we get Muff into a really good position as a key centre half forward in the competition. He's at 17. I think he's going to be a really dominant centre half forward in this competition, and I think we'll probably have him for 1 or 2 more years, and then I reckon he'll head off to maybe GFL. Hopefully not, but that's the reality of it, is that when you develop kids like that, you want them to go and see him playing greater heights. Blake Podner, young kid, just sat forward a fair bit today. He's got a bucket load of talent. He's got a bit of to work on his endurance and so forth. But he's just a cracking kid. He really loves to learn the game, so which makes your job obviously pleasurable and easy. But he's a cracking kid, and we've got some really good kids there, mate.
To have a focal point like Paul Briggy, who midway through the last quarter has kicked 10, got a ball near the boundary, could have, as a selfish full forward, tried to kick another, picked out, I think it was Miller at centre half forward. Fantastic team play, must please you. I love him, mate. Froggy's just from last year when I first started here. He was probably a bit of an individual, and then he's probably last 8 games of last year. We slowly got him into playing that game type of football, and you've seen today and last week his work ethic for the side is second to none. He's probably the hardest working forward in the competition, and when he's moving, no one's going to stop him, mate. And that's what we reiterate to him, mate. Just keep moving, create opportunities, and whoever kicks goals, kicks them, and he's just a gem, mate. I suppose next week we start to see whether this year will bring to fruition what you've been trying to do against the top side, 3-time premiers. It'll be interesting to see how your patterns work next week at Myers Reserve.
I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's a great challenge. I'm loving playing Balbo still. To be honest with you, we get to play them twice this year, so it gives me 2 chances to have a crack at them. And they're a good side and extremely well coached. Brett Gerkic is a fantastic coach, and they've got a fantastic side with Jovanovic back this year, which I thought last year that's where they lacked, is another key forward, and now you've got Jovanovic back. They're going to be a tough side to beat, mate. There's no doubt they're tough, but I'm pretty confident if our boys perform, we can match it with them.
Darren, congratulations again. Fantastic to have on board again. We look forward to seeing you next week.
No worries, mate. Thanks, Leach.
Darren Ryan, coach of North Geelong.